Hi maths lovers, a very quick one. Symmetric functions of roots. The question is, why is alpha minus beta equal to plus or minus roots into brackets alpha plus beta both being squared minus 4 alpha beta? Now, this has to do with what? Root of quadratic equations. Okay? Why do we say alpha minus beta to give us this formula right in front of us? Of course, this brings us to what? To derivatives. It is all about what? Derivation. How do we derive this? Now, without wasting your time, let's jump right into it. We talk about the product and some of what? Roots, right? Alpha and beta, which I'm not really going to write those out now because of time. So when we talk about those values, we need to think of the product of alpha minus what? Beta. And when you show their product, this simply means alpha minus beta times what? Alpha minus beta. And what does that imply? We are having alpha minus beta. You square them, right, by their product. So by expansion, what do you get? Alpha minus beta times alpha minus beta. Of course, if we proceed, what do we have? Alpha minus beta raised to power 2. This will be alpha times alpha is what? Alpha squared. Then alpha times minus beta, of course, is minus alpha beta. Then minus beta times alpha is also minus alpha beta. Then minus beta times minus beta is what? Positive value of beta squared. To proceed, we have alpha minus beta into brackets, both being squared. You can have alpha squared plus beta squared. Alpha squared plus beta squared minus alpha beta, of course, is minus 2 alpha beta. To proceed with this question, you can observe that we also have provision for alpha squared plus beta squared. It has its own word identity, which is its own formula. And when you have alpha squared plus beta squared, let's recall that alpha squared plus beta squared is same as what? Alpha plus beta, the values into a bracket being squared, minus what? 2 alpha beta. Of course, whenever you come across alpha squared plus beta squared, which we are seeing right here, this is what it tends to give us as its what? Identity and derivatives. All you need to do is to substitute this into this what? Equation. Whenever you come across alpha squared plus beta squared, definitely you are having what? Alpha plus beta into bracket being squared, then minus 2 alpha beta. With that, we are good to go. What do we do right now? We can say alpha minus beta into a bracket being squared is going to be equal to, remember, alpha squared plus beta squared is what we have as this identity. This becomes alpha plus beta into a bracket being squared minus, we continue with this because alpha squared plus beta squared, they are all what we have in the right hand side, minus 2 alpha beta. Then we continue with what we have here, minus 2 alpha beta. Of course, by compressing these values, what do we have? Alpha minus beta, all being squared, is equal to alpha plus beta squared Minus 2 alpha beta minus 2 alpha beta is what? Minus 4 alpha beta. Now, at this point, what comes to your mind? We need to do what? Collect the square root of both sides. We have this, then we have this. Of course, it's a case of plus or minus. So, square cancels the square root. What do you have? Your alpha minus beta will be equal to plus or minus roots into brackets alpha plus beta both being squared minus 4 alpha beta. This becomes what we have right here. So this is how these identities were derived. Bye bye.